Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be talking about the UKIP party rules around reporting branches online. There's not much to say about this. There's quite a small section of the party rules in comparison to the leadership duties video I did. But it's still an important part of the party rules, though it often does go overlooked from time to time. So it all starts around the conduct of the branches and their officials. So the first thing to note is that when making any public statements that are varying from the party policy, the officials of the branch must make it clear that they are giving a personal view. And in addition to that, they need to make sure that any such statements are made in a constructive manner and do not harm the image of the party or risk bringing the party into disrepute. In addition to that, the conduct of party officials and branch officials must be, they should be made careful. They should be careful with their conduct online to avoid causing embarrassment to the party. So, I know it's your personal life, but you do need to keep in mind that you are representing the branch and representing the party online, even in your personal life, as tough as that is. And then, more importantly, and this is a very divisive one these days, is that party officials should avoid or shall avoid any public criticism of other party members online. So if you don't like someone in the party, say it in private. Because if you go around criticizing other party members online as a party official, that's it makes the party look bad. We're all in it together. And finally, with not the final thing with the online conduct, but party officials shall ensure that any criticism of those outside of UKIP is proportionate and not likely to cause embarrassment to the party. So again, even if they're not in the party, you still should make sure that you're being a little balanced and that you're not behaving like an idiot or anything like that. Furthermore, with the online conduct, it's worth knowing that the party chairman can authorize the regional organiser to suspend a party member. And that would be in the event of a serious breach of the previous rules. So you should be wary that they can take action if you are misbehaving. Although it is worth noting that any suspension made by the regional organiser and authorised by the party chairman is subject to an appeal to the NEC. But the NEC's decision is final. And the possibility, so if you are suspended from the party, if your suspension is dismissed, it doesn't mean that your activity will not be referred to the Disciplinary Committee. So even if they say, okay, well, you're not suspended, it may still go to the Disciplinary Committee. So it's still worth making sure that you are aware of how you're behaving and how you're representing the party online. Then, moving on from that, from the online conduct, it's also worth noting branding. So when you are making your flyers, your posts, your pictures, all of that kind of stuff, all of the publications of the party shall have regard to official party policy. There is a website you can visit which details all of the branding for UKIP and how the rules you should be following and how your branding should look. That includes your posts, really, and your images that you use to represent the branch on Facebook or on Twitter. So you need to make sure you're following the branding guidelines. And to that point, no publicity material, bearing the UKIP branding shall contradict party policy, though it may invite discussion of alternative policies or changes of direction. And any material which contains statements which go beyond the official party policy, for example, a candidate's personal views, shall not represent these statements as official party policy. So if you have a view of something you'd like to see done that isn't in the party policy, don't represent it as party policy, because that is a breach of the rules. Although, if you are a UKIP candidate, an elected member, or an official, you are entitled to disagree with the official party policy. However, you must make sure it is clarified as a personal view. This view of yours that differs from the party policy must be made in a constructive manner. And, of course, you must make sure that the view that you are taking on is not going to harm the image of the party or risk bringing it into disrepute. It's tough to follow these rules, I know, but this is the way, and it does make sense when you think about how many branches have to run. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of people involved in representing UKIP online, and so we all need to make sure that we are making our party stronger and not weaker. And finally, the last little bit, just as a sort of postscript type note, with the Disciplinary Committee, any person who produces UKIP branded material that is in breach of the previous rules may be reported to the Disciplinary Committee, and it will be considered if the breach that they have done is considered intentional or reckless. So you may get away with it, but you should still be very, very careful and make sure that you're following the rules. So that's all the reporting branches online information. If you happen to see a branch that is not following the branding guidelines, possibly let them know, or let the regional organizer know. And I would say just maybe let the branch know, especially if you think that it might be unintentional. Because, it's better to get these things sorted out as quickly as possible. And that's all from this topic.